Okay, so Americans have been killed in Israel. We don't have the exact number yet. And also Americans have been taken hostage. What have we been doing as of late when it comes to Americans that have been taken hostage? We've been spending billions of dollars and sending it to Iran and other places around the globe. And how's that working out for us? It's not. As I mentioned earlier, as far as foreign policy, I'm a non-interventionist guy, but you need to draw lines in the sand and you need to stick with them. For example, I thought a great line in the sand way back, Monroe Doctrine. Nobody comes around and messes around in the Western Hemisphere. Period. The end. That's it. And it worked. Years ago, I talked about this when it comes to capturing Americans and killing Americans overseas. We have the type of power where we basically lay it out in a way where you lay a hand on any American citizen, you take an American citizen captive, you're going to deal with the full force of the United States. And I remember talking about this on the radio show. This was earlier on in the infancy stages, war on terror after 9/11. And I hearkened back and I pulled it up because I wanted to get exactly right. And there's a scene in the movie The Godfather, one great scene, so many great scenes. But when they're meeting the five families, and Bruno Tattaglia is asking for assurances when it comes to Don Corleone and no more further attacks. And Bodzini says, "Oh, we don't have to give assurances as if we are lawyers." And then Vito Corleone says, "You talk about vengeance. Is vengeance going to bring your son back to you or my boy back to me? I forego the vengeance on my son, but I have selfish reasons." And he talks about how his son was forced to leave the country because of, the police captain Sollozzo. So he says, "I got to make arrangements to bring him back safely." But he says, and it is unbelievable the way he put this, just unbelievable acting class here, Marlon Brando. "I'm a superstitious man. And if some unlucky accident should befall him, if he should get shot in the head by a police officer, or if he should hang himself in his jail cell, or if he's struck by a bolt of lightning, then I'm going to start to blame some of the people in this room. And then I do not forgive." And that's me. Okay. President Markowski, that's our foreign policy. Okay. Mess with any of our citizens, I do not forgive. I do not forget. And that's how we should be handling this and everything when it comes to our citizens being taken hostage or captive, whatever it may be. Aside from one thing, little caveat to my rule here. We need to, as a State Department, now Israel's obviously a friendly country. This was, completely, we have every right to be doing everything and anything we can to get our citizens back. No problem with that. I mean, it's an act of war as far as I'm concerned. You're going after American citizens. You're killing Americans and you're taking them captive. I mean, it's an act of war against the United States as far as I'm concerned. However, my caveat is you decide to visit, which I don't understand. You decide to go to Iran. You decide that you want to visit North Korea. State Department should have a list of countries where it says, if you go here, we can't help you. If you go to one of these godforsaken places, we can't help you. And then, other than that, it's like it's not the Monroe Doctrine. It's the Markowski Doctrine. Foreign policy. Don't mess with our citizens. WatchDog on WallStreet.com.